Good morning, everybody. Rev here. Time for a cup of coffee with Jesus. You got it? Still working on some good Rwanda. This is some great stuff. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Just wanted to bring a little bit of the word this morning. This is Luke 22. Out of the New Living Translation. Luke 22:21. This is talking about Jesus. This is Jesus speaking. This is where he was saying that someone was going to betray him. And the stark contrast that happens in the conversation was just amazing to me. It says, "But here at the table, sitting among us, as a friend, is the man who will betray me. For it has been determined that the Son of Man must die, but what sorrow awaits the one who betrays him." The disciples began to ask each other which one of them would ever do such a thing. So they're having the conversation of which one of us is it? Which one? Who's the betrayer here? Who's the bad guy? Who's the bad one? It says, then they began to argue among themselves who would be the greatest among them. So they switched from bad, who's the bad guy, who's the betrayer, to talking about who's the greatest among them, who's the good one among them. Then Jesus told them, "In this world, kings and great men lord over their people, yet they are called friends of the people. But among you it will be different. Those who are the greatest among you should take the lowest rank, and the leader should be like a servant. Who is more important, the one who sits at the table or the one who serves? The one who sits at the table, of course, but not here." And it says, but not here, exclamation point, not in the kingdom. "For I am among you as one who serves." Jesus, it was amazing that they immediately went from, I'm just amazed that they immediately went from the bad and the good. They were eating from the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. Who among us is good? Who among us is the greatest? Who among us is bad? Who is bad? See what I mean? It's the constant comparison game that's a worldly standard. And then Jesus went on from like, you're caught up in the worldly standard. I'm going to go a step further and put out to you that the greatest among you is not the one who's sitting at the table with me. The greatest among you is the one who serves. Just like I serve mankind, you should serve mankind. And in serving me, you will serve mankind. Jesus is making it, he says, not here. It's not happening here. And we get focused on titles and positions because that's the world. They're like, oh, so-and-so, he is the head of this department at this company. They are the lead salesman here. They are the head whatever. That's always a comparison game by the world's standard. But Jesus has always said, and he says in the word in Luke here, that he's making a statement, not here. It's of less importance of your position unless it's as a servant for the kingdom. If we are serving the kingdom, guess what? We will be the greatest among him. That's just plain and simple. If we're worried about our titles and comparisons, just like, this is the disciples. These are the ones that walked and talked and slept and ate with Jesus. They knew Jesus. And he says, you're missing it again. Not here. Not here do we make the comparison game of who's the least and who's the greatest. Because in the kingdom, it's about us being servants. I love the way Jesus puts it. He goes, not here, exclamation point. I'm just telling you, Jesus is amazing. But what's difficult for people to grasp is because we are in the world system. And he says, but not to be conformed to the world system, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind to a kingdom mindset. He's always talking about it. And it's difficult because it's the standard that gets set. They tell you that you in the United States, you could be anybody you want to be. But you need to be who Jesus is asking you to be. It's not really good that you can be everything that you want to be. Even the Army slogan, be all that you can be. Jesus says, be all that I'm asking you to be and be a servant in the kingdom that's not like the world system, set up on a constant comparison of good and evil. That's all I can say. We're not of this world, and we're transformed by the renewing of our mind, taking our vain imaginations captive daily to the obedience of Christ. It's good. The word is good. Jesus is amazing. And this Rwandan coffee is pretty good too. Hope you guys have a great day with the mindset of thinking, I shall serve Jesus and not be worried about if I'm good or bad. I shall serve the system of the kingdom and not the world. So I have a question to ask you. Are you serving the world or are you serving the kingdom? Are you set in a system of good and bad? Or are you set in a system of kingdom servanthood? Plain and simple. What are you doing? Leave your comments below. If you don't mind, hit like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Almost as much as I appreciate this good Rwandan coffee at 5:30 in the morning. I hope you guys have a great day. I love you as always. Jesus loves you. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a great day. Goodbye.